Students, we already learned about vector space, definition of a vector space. Okay, what is a vector space? What is a vector space? Suppose capital V of f is, suppose capital V is the set of all vectors and capital F is the field of scalars. Okay, now capital F is the set of all vectors and capital F is the field of scalars. The field of scalars. Okay, then the set V of capital F. Here V of f means the set of capital V over the field of capital F. Simply we represent V of f means here the set is capital V and field is capital F. Okay, so V of f is called a vector space if it satisfies the following conditions. So first one is V comma plus is abelian. V comma plus is abelian. So V is under addition, it is from an abelian group. Second one, scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication means A alpha belongs to V for A belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. Okay, here the product of two numbers must be belongs to capital V. Here those two elements are not belongs to V. One from capital V and another from capital F. A alpha belongs to V లో రెండు కూడాను V లో ఉన్నాయి కాదు, ఒకటేమో V లో ఉంటే ఇంకోటేమో F లో ఉంటుంది. And the last one there are again four subtitles or sub properties. What are they? A into alpha plus beta equal to A alpha plus A beta. A plus B into alpha equal to A alpha plus B alpha. Next, AB into alpha equal to A into B alpha, and the last one is 1 dot alpha equal to alpha. So if these conditions are exist in capital V, then V of f is called a vector space. Okay, then what is a subspace? What is a subspace? Subspace of a vector space. What is a subspace? Okay, suppose capital V is a vector space over the field of capital F. Suppose capital W is a non-empty subset of capital V. So let W be a non-empty subset. A non-empty subset of capital V. Okay, then W is called a vector subspace of capital V if W is itself a vector space. So if W is itself a vector space over the field of scalars, over the field capital F of scalars, then W is called a subspace or vector subspace of capital V. Here V is also a vector space over the field of scalars. Okay, here V is a vector space over the field of scalars. A non-empty set W is called a subspace of V if W is itself a vector space. ఒక నాన్ ఎంప్టీ సెట్ సబ్స్పేస్ ఎప్పుడు అవుతుంది? W అనేది దానికి అదే వెక్టర్ స్పేస్ అయినప్పుడు. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ వీ వాంట్ టు షో ఏ నాన్ ఎంప్టీ సెట్ యాజ్ ఎ వెక్టర్ సబ్స్పేస్ ఆఫ్ V, W must satisfy all the conditions of vector space. W vector space conditions అన్ని ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. Then only we say that W is a vector subspace of capital V. But here we write down a theorem which defines a necessary and sufficient condition for subspace of a vector space. Here what we say, W is a vector subspace of V. అవ్వాలంటే to prove the W is a subspace of V, if W is to satisfy all the properties of vector space. W అనేది vector space యొక్క ప్రాపర్టీస్ అన్ని సాటిస్ఫై చేయాలి. బట్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ వితౌట్ ప్రూవింగ్ ఆల్ ద ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఆల్ ద ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ వెక్టర్ స్పేస్, there are given only two conditions. If W satisfy only these two conditions, then W is directly a vector subspace of V. Without proving all the properties of vector space, if W satisfy only these two conditions, that are A alpha minus beta belongs to W and A alpha belongs to W, With these two conditions only, W is directly a vector subspace of V. That is the necessary and sufficient condition. Okay, so comes to the theorem. Let V of f is a vector space and W is a subset of capital V. Full stop. The necessary and sufficient condition for W to be a subspace of V are alpha minus beta belongs to W for all alpha comma beta belongs to W, and A alpha belongs to W for alpha belongs to W and A belongs to capital F. With these two conditions only, W is directly a vector subspace of V without proving all the properties of a vector space. Vector space properties అన్ని ప్రూవ్ చేయకుండానే డైరెక్ట్గా W అనేది సబ్స్పేస్ అయిపోతుంది. కమ్ టు ద ప్రూఫ్. లెట్ క్యాపిటల్ V of f is a vector space and W subset are equal to capital V. W subset are equal to capital V. Okay. Next, the necessary and sufficient conditions. Side heading necessary condition. Necessary condition. In necessary condition, suppose we take W as a subspace of V and we have to prove these two properties. Okay. Suppose W is a subspace of capital V. Okay. Now we are going to prove these two conditions. Alpha minus beta belongs to W and alpha belongs to W. For that, for first one, let alpha comma beta belongs to W. Here W is already a subspace. Okay. So that means W is itself a vector space. Therefore, since W is a subspace, comma, by the first condition of vector space, W comma plus is abelian. W comma plus is abelian. So W is an abelian group under addition. Therefore, each element, each non-zero vector in W having A2 inverse. Therefore, for beta belongs to W, comma minus beta belongs to W. Now here in W there are two elements. Therefore, alpha comma minus beta are both are belongs to W. Alpha belongs to W, minus beta belongs to W. Therefore, by closure property under addition of these two, alpha plus of minus beta belongs to W. So that implies alpha minus beta belongs to W for all alpha comma beta belongs to W. Okay, first condition is over. Come to the second condition. A alpha belongs to W for alpha belongs to W and A belongs to capital F. Since W is a vector space, of course it is a subspace, it is a vector space, comma, by scalar multiplication condition, by scalar multiplication on W. What is the scalar multiplication definition? A alpha belongs to W for alpha belongs to W and A belongs to capital F. This is the directly scalar multiplication condition given as a second condition. So now we prove in necessary condition, we take W as a subspace of V and we prove these two conditions. Okay. Now come to the sufficient part. In sufficient condition, we are taking these two conditions and we are going to prove W is a subspace of V. Sufficient part lo ee rendu condition తీసుకొని W subspace గా prove చేసుకుంటాం. So for that, suppose or let A minus beta belongs to W and A alpha belongs to W. For example, take these two conditions. Now we are going to prove W is a subspace of V. So that is W is itself a vector space. That is what we are going to prove. So now we are going to prove W is itself a vector space. So what are the vector space conditions? W comma plus is abelian. Second one, scalar multiplication, and the last one, four properties. Last four conditions are there. A into alpha plus beta and A plus B into alpha. There are four conditions. Okay na? Now come to W comma plus is abelian. What is abelian group? If it satisfies closure, associative, identity, inverse, commutative. Okay na? These properties are included in the abelian group. But here, to prove W comma plus is abelian, we are going to prove only closure, identity, inverse. Enough. Okay na? Associative law and commutative law are directly exist. associative and commutative properties are directly exist in W. So there is no need to prove these two conditions. We are going to prove only closure, identity and inverse conditions. Okay, come to that one. From 1 comma for alpha belongs to W. Here we are taking beta as alpha again. Alpha belongs to W implies if alpha comma beta belongs to W, then alpha minus beta belongs to W. Instead of beta, we are taking here alpha. So alpha minus alpha belongs to W, that implies 0 bar belongs to W. So identity element exists. 0 bar belongs to W. Again, for 0 bar, here 0 bar belongs to W and alpha belongs to W. For 0 bar comma alpha belongs to W comma from 1 again from 1. If alpha comma beta belongs to W, then alpha minus beta belongs to W. In the similar manner, take alpha comma beta replaced as 0 comma alpha. So 0 bar minus alpha belongs to W. So that implies minus alpha belongs to W for alpha not equal to 0 bar belongs to W. So for each non-zero vector alpha, there is minus alpha belongs to W. So inverse condition is hold. Come to the last one. Now next we are going to prove closure property. Okay. For that, let alpha comma beta belongs to W. So that implies alpha comma, now only we prove each non-zero vector having A2 inverse. So since beta belongs to W, there is minus beta belongs to W. Here alpha comma beta belongs to W implies alpha minus beta belongs to W. In the similar manner, here we have minus beta instead of beta. So replace minus beta instead of beta in this condition. Therefore from 1 alpha minus of, if alpha comma beta belongs to W, then alpha minus beta belongs to W. Alpha minus, here what is beta? Minus beta belongs to W. So that implies alpha minus of minus plus beta belongs to W for all alpha comma beta belongs to W. So here closure, identity, inverse, three conditions are existed. Okay. Then what about associative law and commutative law? These two conditions are directly exist. Okay, there is no need to prove. Next, since all the elements of W are the elements of, since all the elements of W are the elements of capital V of F, comma, associative law and commutative law under addition. Associative and commutative under addition, comma, we are now directly mention the last four conditions of definition, comma, the last four conditions are the last four postulates or no problem conditions of a vector space or directly or clearly exist in W. Okay, what are the four conditions? A into alpha plus beta, four conditions like that. So since all the elements of W are the elements of capital V, associative law and commutative law under addition, and the last four conditions of a vector space are directly exist. Okay, so now we prove closure, identity, inverse and associative law, commutative law under addition exist. From these conditions, W comma plus is abelian. Last four conditions are directly exist, here we mentioned. Next, what is the remaining condition? ఇక మిగిలింది ఏంటి? స్కేలార్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్. ఓకే, సెకండ్ కండిషన్ చూడండి వీటిలో. అబ్జర్వ్ ద సెకండ్ కండిషన్. బై కండిషన్ 2 సెకండ్ కండిషన్ ఏంటంటే ఏ ఆల్ఫా బిలాంగ్స్ టు డబ్ల్యూ ఫర్ ఆల్ఫా బిలాంగ్స్ టు డబ్ల్యూ అండ్ ఏ బిలాంగ్స్ టు క్యాపిటల్ ఎఫ్. దిస్ ఈస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ స్కేలార్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ కండిషన్. By condition 2, comma, the scalar multiplication the scalar multiplication is exist in W. The scalar multiplication is exist in W. Okay, so here we take these conditions, these two conditions, alpha minus beta belongs to W, alpha belongs to W. We are going to prove W comma W is a subspace. For that, since W is a subspace, we are going to prove W is a vector space. For that, first condition is W comma plus is abelian. In abelian group, closure, associative, identity, inverse, commutative law ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. దీనిలో మనం ఐడెంటిటీ, ఇన్వర్స్ అండ్ క్లోజర్ ప్రాపర్టీ హ్యాస్ టు ప్రూవ్ చేసాం. వీ ప్రూవ్ దీస్ కండిషన్స్. ద రిమైనింగ్ అసోసియేటివ్ అండ్ కాంపిటేటివ్ లా టుగెదర్ విత్ ద లాస్ట్ 4 కండిషన్స్ ఆఫ్ వెక్టర్ స్పేస్ ఆర్ డైరెక్ట్లీ exist in W. That is what we are mentioned here. Since all the elements of W are the elements of vector space, associative law, commutative law and addition, and the last 4 conditions of vector space are directly exist in W. Now, what is the remaining condition? Scalar multiplication. Okay, so under scalar multiplication by condition 2 ఇక మిగిలింది మనం స్కేలర్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చూసుకోవాలి. సెకండ్ కండిషన్ వాడు ఇచ్చిందే డైరెక్ట్గా స్కేలర్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ కండిషన్. They are given the scalar multiplication condition as a second property. So by the second property, scalar multiplication condition is exist. Okay, so by all these properties, W is a subspace. Therefore, W is a vector space. First of all, it is a vector space, and since W is a subspace of a subset of a vector space, and it is now W is a vector space, comma, and hence W is a subspace. W is a subspace of V. W అనేది ప్రజెంట్ వెక్టర్ స్పేస్ అయింది. ఆ W అనేది ఆల్రెడీ ఇంకో వెక్టర్ స్పేస్కి సబ్సెట్ అవుతూ W దానికి అదే వెక్టర్ స్పేస్ అయింది కాబట్టి W is a subspace of V. Okay, so W is a present we prove W is a vector space, and since W is a subset of another vector space capital V, and hence W is a subspace of capital V. Okay, so here why we are proving this theorem? Now only we prove alpha minus beta belongs to W and alpha belongs to W. What is the use of this condition? What is the use of these two conditions? By these two conditions only, W is directly a subspace of V. ఈ రెండు కండిషన్స్తో డైరెక్ట్గా W అనేది సబ్స్పేస్ అవుతుందని మనం చెప్పాం. వై? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ W is a subset of a vector space capital V, okay, we have to prove, if we have to prove W is a subspace of V, W is itself a vector space. That is what we are going to prove. For example, W అనేది V యొక్క నాన్ ఎంప్టీ సెట్ని వెక్టర్ సబ్స్పేస్ చెప్పాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ W is itself a vector space అవ్వాలి. అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? W comma plus is abelian, scalar multiplication, last 4 conditions. Okay, if W a non-empty set, we want to show a non-empty set of a vector space is a subspace, we are going to prove all these conditions. It is going to be very burdened in some applications. కొన్ని అప్లికేషన్స్లో అదేమంటే పెద్ద బర్డెన్ అవుతుంది, చాలా పెద్ద ప్రూఫ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే ప్రూఫ్ అని కాదు, అప్లికేషన్ ఓరియంటెడ్గా in according to application it is very large and it going to very burden. To reduce that burden, mathematicians introduce these two conditions only. Okay, without proving all these conditions, and with these two conditions only we prove directly W is a subspace of V. Why? Because the vector space and vector subspaces is applications are very wide applications in scientific, biological and so many areas. In all the areas of science and geological sciences, vector space and vector subspaces or applications are very important. Okay na? If without these two conditions, ఒకవేళ ఈ కండిషన్స్ లేకపోతే by directly the definition of a vector space, at every time there is no need, there is no space, there is no time to prove all the conditions. Okay, further to reduce that problem, these two conditions are introduced by mathematicians. ప్రతిసారి అన్ని చోట్ల అన్ని అప్లికేషన్స్లో ఇవన్నీ చేయాలంటే కుదరదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ టు ప్రూవ్ at every time by all these conditions. Okay, in some circumstances it is very burden. To reduce that burden, our mathematicians introduce these two conditions. Okay.